everyone, it's Jen, and welcome to week 2 of the Real Women of Philadelphia Cooking Challenge, where I am challenged to cook with Philadelphia cooking cream or Philadelphia cream cheese. And today we're using the Philadelphia cream cheese for a side dish. And the side dish is called Philadelphia cream cheese Mediterranean roll. It's kind of the Mediterranean flavor meets Japanese sushi presentation. It's really cool. I think you're gonna love it. It's kind of a take on hummus, but rather than using chickpeas, we're gonna use the Philadelphia cream cheese. So I have a third less fat container of Philadelphia cream cheese. I love to use this less fat. Kraft has done an impeccable job on keeping all of the flavors with less fat, so I can indulge, somewhere else. So we're going to add the spreadable kind, just 8 ounces, into a food processor. We're going to take 2 cloves of garlic. And I don't have to worry about chopping it up, but I am going to smash it with the back of my knife. Just take your palm, smash it down, and it gets all that skin that's around the outside of the garlic. Now we're going to take the zest of 1 lemon and the juice of 1 lemon as well. So I'm just going to use my microplane, and you want to be sure not to get the white part, which is called the rind. It really has a very bitter flavor to it, and we don't want that. It's looking great and smelling delicious. I love lemon. It's such a good spring, summer flavor. Now what I'm doing now is just rolling out the lemon to just release those flavors. I'm going to cut in, and I'm going to squeeze it, cut side up, to allow for the seeds to still stay in the lemon, because I don't want them all in this mixture. So we're just going to squeeze. Perfect. And the other half. Very nice. And now what makes it a very distinct flavor to the hummus is the tahini paste. This is something you'll find right in your Authentics food section by the Mediterranean part. It's a sesame seed, like ground up sesame seeds. Oh, it smells like peanut butter. It is so good. So we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of this just to get a real distinct flavor. It is packed in a little bit of oil as well. You can grab some of that too. This is so good. Alright, so let's pop this in here. Again, I'm just eyeballing, but if you want to go ahead and grab a measuring spoon, go for it. And that's it. Just a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Very nice. And we're just going to pop the lid on it and give it a good pulse so it's all combined and very smooth in consistency. It is looking perfect. Very nice and creamy. We're just going to let that be for just a second, and I'm just going to clean up some of my garlic stuff. Set the Philadelphia cream cheese to the side. And I have 1 cucumber that I'm actually just going to cut in half and cut this into a small dice. Now I am going to leave the skin on because I like the color and I like the texture. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of the bottom so I have a flat surface to work with. And then we're just going to cut it down and just keep cutting. Might have to tip it over. And we're just going to make this into a small dice. So I'm just finishing up chopping up this last part of the cucumber into small dices. And I'm going to set this aside. And another thing that makes it more Mediterranean is Kalamata olives. You're going to find this right by the tahini paste as well. And we're just going to take, maybe 6 or so of these olives out. Overboard. Alright, that's probably good. I have 2, 4, 6, 8 olives that I'm going to cut up, and I'm just going to chop them up very roughly and very quickly. I got the ones without any pits in them. It just makes it a lot easier. You can find them either way. And I love Mediterranean food. It's one of those foods that has really just grown on me. Hummus is definitely my favorite. Anytime that my husband and I are in the Phoenix area, all across the valley, they have this fantastic Greek-style restaurant called My Big Fat Greek Restaurant. It is so good if you're ever in the Phoenix area, so you'll have to try that out. Now that we have everything that we're going to put inside of it done, I'm going to get a piece of plastic wrap and set it out without wrinkling it too much. And we're going to take our cream cheese mixture that has a hummus flavor to it, and I tried a little bit of it out just to make sure that it's good, seasoned properly. And we're just going to spoon this. It's so nice and creamy. And we're just going to plop it right down on this plastic wrap. So we have this all spread out in a nice even layer, and I'm going to take some of our cucumbers and just set them right down in the middle, just like that. Not too many. Now we have enough mixture that we can make a couple of these rolls, so don't put too much of the carrots down. And then some of the Kalamata olives, just for color. Very nice. So easy. Presentation is gonna be awesome, I promise. And then I have a little bit of this sesame flavored chili oil. This, again, Authentic Food Aisle. That's pretty much where we're going in the grocery store today. And you can find this kind of by like the Asian section. So I'm just going to put, this is hot, so I'm just going to put a couple of dashes. And if you can't find this, don't worry. Don't use it. Don't stress yourself out. Just forget about it. But it does add a nice little flavor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plastic wrap up and seal together the cream cheese mixture that we made with the Philadelphia cream cheese in with our vegetables. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop it in the freezer for about 20 minutes or so, just to allow for it to harden up. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm working on some spring roll skins right now. I have a bowl of lukewarm water where I've put these rice papers into the bowl, and just allows them to become a little bit more pliable. It takes about 1 or 2 minutes for them just to kind of loosen up. And again, you find this in the Authentic Food Aisle in the Asian section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out one of these, and I did a couple in case I break one, but you're just going to shake off a little bit of the excess water. This is one of those that doesn't have much flavor. It's really just going to hold our cheese together. Very nice, paper thin. I'm going to go to our freezer and get out our cream cheese mixture. And just like this, it's only been in there for about 20-25 minutes, and it's just nice to get it a little bit harder. And open it up. It should just be a nice roll of Philadelphia cream cheese. And we'll just roll it down onto the paper. Very nice. We're just going to throw this away, and this is the easy part and the fun part. We're just going to roll this up in the skin. And this is something great for the kids too. I have a 6-year-old daughter named Maria, and I love recipes that we can go ahead and cook, and we don't have to worry about the stove, the oven, knives, and this is one of those go-to recipes. So that's it, just like this. Super simple. Presentation is awesome. Now we just have to cut it and eat it. I like to just poke the skin a little bit, and I cut off the end part first. Very nice. And then now we'll start first serving it on our platter. We're going to put this down. And again, it looks like a sushi roll. It's so much fun. I'm ready to try this though. Here we go. Moment of truth. I'm using the utensils properly for a sushi roll, but you don't have to. You can use your fingers or a fork. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to dip it in some of that chili oil. Yum. Oh my gosh. That is so good. You can't tell the flavor of the spring roll. It really just helps it hold everything together. The cream cheese, the Philadelphia cream cheese, its decadent flavor comes out immediately. Then after that is the tahini paste, where it tastes kind of like a hummus flavor. I love the crunchy texture of the cucumbers and the saltiness of the Kalamata olives, and the chili oil just sends it straight home. So I would say week 2 is a success, and join me again next time on the Real Women of Philadelphia Cooking Challenge.